The search is on to find an exciting new name in British photography. Top light off. I'm Rankin. I've been a photographer for over 30 years. Now I'm opening up my studio and my world for a new contest. When you show me who you are through the pictures, then you become a photographer. 3, 2, 1. 6 aspiring photographers from around the UK have made it through the selection process.
I just like capturing really dramatic landscapes.
It's a yearning I have to get up in the morning and go out with the camera.
Can I possibly take a picture like that? That's incredible.
It's a total freedom just being with the camera.
Photography means happiness and home.
Ranking as a mentor, that's a dream come true as far as I'm concerned.
This is a chance to go back to school for a masterclass on how to be at the top of your game. Tilt your head a little.
How he puts people in positions and tells them to do things. That's just incredible.
I think you should listen to Janelle and raise your game. You have got a commission, that's like the best thing. Across 4 weeks, the photographers will face 12 challenging assignments that will push them to their creative limits.
This would be a challenge with a normal camera, never mind on a phone.
I want to get in there.
Do you want an iPhone or something?
It needs to be original.
They'll be coached by some of the best in the business.
Because if you're thinking, eventually something magical will happen.
There's no pressure, but you've got to bring it.
Are you going to take sneaky shots and then run away?
So how's it been today so far?
I'm concentrating.
Nice. Good answer.
And for the final challenge, they must exhibit their best shots to me and fellow judges from the art and fashion world.
There's a lot of emotion in your work.
I can see a theme running through it. I can see your stamp.
Whoever impresses the most will win.
This is not easy.
They need to make every shot count.
Perfect. This isn't easy, man.
You're my hero.
Ali, this picture is fantastic. Paul,
Let's get sassy.
you're pushing yourself in every category. And then Chelsea, that is a seriously good fashion picture.
You're going to use the light you've got.
Yeah, totally.
We've got such a broad range of personalities in the group, and that's, to me, very exciting because it means that they'll all bring different strengths and weaknesses to the process. You've got Ali, who has a great eye.
I'm definitely a different person from a couple of weeks ago.
I hear a bike.
Ty, who absolutely knows what he's doing with a camera.
You have to almost take everything that you know from your own work and incorporate it into these different tasks.
Paul, who's throwing himself into this.
Meeting the other 5 has really given me another dimension to my life at the moment.
Chelsea's got an approach that I really like.
It's really sad to think it's halfway over.
She's not scared of the shoots.
Yo, this doesn't even feel like the photography I know.
Jackson's a born photographer. There's no way that kid is not gonna become a photographer. Georgie, who's very thoughtful and very talented.
It's kind of guilt-free immersion into something that, you know, I obviously care a lot about.
So you've got this great range of characters and ability, and that makes for a really great group because if they can all help each other, they'll grow together. Every assignment will include getting feedback on their shots from me and my team.
You make that part of the image, and that it works.
For this next assignment, they only have an hour to get and send their submissions to me using the phone.
What do you think we're doing today then, guys?
There's a lot of flowers about, so there's a good possibility that it's going to be that.
Flowers or trees? Who's up for that then? Yeah?
Of course, it's
I'm in heaven right now.
Oh.
This is it.
Hi everyone, for this smartphone photography assignment, I'm commissioning you to take a picture that captures the character of flowers. Why? Because it's a passion project of mine at the moment, and I'm curious to see how you would approach it. Show me what the phone can do. Wow me.
All right.
Flowers it is then, OK?
At least he didn't say, don't let me down. He said, wow me.
Yeah, he's changed his slogan at the end.
To try and find a way of looking at flowers that's a bit different and is mine, it took me a while. It took me a good few years. And then once I found it, I was like, now I'm away. And it's like, and so when I look at those pictures, I'm like, haven't seen that before. And that is, as a goal for a creative, is really, really important.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh God, look at that tree. That's incredible. This is my kind of place.
Don't want to rip the jacket, man. It's finding character and stuff. It's difficult because I'm not that deep when it comes to something like flowers. I'm stuck on thorns. Oh no.
I do appreciate the forms in nature because it's so, I don't want to keep saying abstract, but it is abstract in its form.
Who doesn't love a garden full of beautiful colours and flowers?
Oh, these are nice. I'm not really good with plants, so I don't really know how it works and how it grows.
How are you getting on?
It's lovely, but it's a lot harder than I thought.
Fancy giving me a lift up, Paul, to get the big pink one?
After about 5 or 10 minutes, I wandered around and started to really be drawn to the dead flowers. There's a lot of them around. I like the symbolism, death, chaos, mayhem, all these different things.
What I like about this flower is that they're two together, obviously, and it looks like perhaps like they're soulmates.
Trying to figure out a way to just compose it without sort of pulling the plant apart. I love flowers, yeah. You know, but I love red. I mean, I use a lot of red in my street photography.
I think I can stand on this. I'm sort of going for a more hidden beauty, finding a really good looking flower hidden amongst all sort of not so nice leaves and flowers. Is that right? It'll look good on that anyway.
I found this, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to try and put it on the glass top here, then go inside and take a photo from inside. Shooting it through the glass to see how it comes out.
So I've made my decision. I'm happy with it. I think technically it's really quite strong, but at the end of the day, there's only one person that matters at the other end there, that's going to be ranking.
There we are. So away. I'm feeling good about it, I think.
Here we go. It's going and gone. Yay.
Done.
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 Gonna go and play the song now.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
So, phone camera flower assignment. How did we all get on? Let's have a look. Jackson, I think what you've tried to do in terms of the angle that you've shot it at is really interesting, and it's definitely not a fail for me.
Right.
It's not a bad picture.
Okay.
Chelsea, it could have been a very obvious picture, but I think the fact you used a rose that was slightly dying and had a kind of coloration here and here, that made it not obvious and much more interesting to look at. So I think you nailed it. Well done. Georgie.
I love this. It's so graphic. It almost looks like a Banksy piece, you know? Like, it's the gradient on the background. It's beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Really, really well done.
One of the things I love about this picture is that it's yours. I knew it was yours straight away.
Yeah.
It's absolutely what you do with composition. The more that I see your signature come through, the more excited I get. I love it. Well done.
Thank you.
Ali, thoughts?
I love this. I spent ages sitting under that.
I love it's backlit. I love you can see through the petals.
Yeah, I was trying to do that.
They feel like characters. You nailed it. Well done.
Thank you.
And obviously Tyrone.
What's so obvious about...
Are you kidding?
hidden details? What is it exactly? I'm curious.
Abstract.
Abstract.
They should be calling you Abstract Tyrone.
Abstract Tyrone.
Or Abs Ty.
Abs Ty. Oh,
Abs Ty.
Maybe, I'm working on it.
Abs Ty. You're even wearing an abstract shirt. Did you take that picture as well? It's so hard with you, Tyrone. I like all of your pictures. Like every picture you create, I like. I've got a lot of love. But I think I'm seeing the repetitive nature of your style and your signature.
Do you think it's a good thing to step outside of your style to sort of almost change the pace of your identity a little bit? I mean,
I would say pretty much every really good photographer sticks to one style and explores it and explores it and explores it. And it's absolutely a thing that people do, and it's a positive. But with this one, I feel like you've been here before, you've done it before, you've not presented anything that I haven't seen.
And you have such a good eye for interesting things. Like in this image, it's like a little kind of scratchy smash or something on the glass, like that white splotch. That's so strange, and it's something found that could be more focused on.
It's a good picture.
Thanks, yeah.
Paul.
It feels very safe. I mean, I feel like you definitely could have gone tighter with it. You know, you could have done something a bit more interesting with that image. But yeah, it does feel very. I know this will work. So
we expect more from you now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's a really
You've set yourself up now.
No, but it's a valid point. And do you know what? I couldn't agree more with you. That is a safe shot that I took because we had 10 minutes to go. And
I think you need to always be pushing yourself. It's so much more exciting when you push yourself.
Yeah, I fully agree. Thank you.
Okay.
Rankin's reaction to my flower image was fantastic. I was really pleased about it because it was very much my style, and so it was great that he appreciated it.
The flower was dying, but it was still beautiful as well, because I feel like sometimes I see beauty within death, and I guess not everyone sees it in that type of sense, and yeah.
It's quite a confusing battle because 1 minute my work is too abstract and the next it's not abstract enough, and I think that's an indication of he just wants me to dive further into what I love.
Even if you don't want to be in the art world and you want to be a commercial photographer, you need a strong portfolio. It's the same eye, it's the same knowing what is the story you're telling, what is the order you're putting it in.
Over the 4 weeks of the contest, the photographers take hundreds of pictures, but they can only present up to 15 images in their final exhibition. It's up to them to select and edit what they hope will be a winning portfolio.
Sometimes something you don't think is necessarily your best image, you suddenly put it next to something else and you're like, no, they're saying something there. It's doing something. Because an exhibition isn't about individual images. It's not about having one standout piece. It's about a whole story. It's incredibly hard for photographers to edit their own work. It's why I work with Rankin, for example, because when it comes to an exhibition, he might be in love with an image, but I need to be there and say, this doesn't fit what we're doing right now.
You as a curator, take me through your process, because we've obviously got decisions to make over the next couple of weeks.
Like, the best thing is not to be too precious about your work. You have to kind of be able to have that conversation where you're like, okay, I might love this in my flat, but it's not going to go in someone else's. You have to be able to kind of roll with the punches and accept someone's feedback and see really what's best for the overall project, not just what you want.
Sports photography has given the world some of its most iconic moments that tell great stories. Capturing fast-moving images is a deeply specialist skill that requires harnessing camera functions like shutter speed, exposure, and the sensitivity of the sensor. This is really not my area of expertise, so for this assignment, the group are going to be guided by Lamar Golding, a great photographer who specialises in parkour.
Alright, so hey guys, my name's Lamar Golding and I'm a London-based street photographer, urban explorer and freerunner. And today we're going to be shooting these 4 parkour athletes, collective known as Run LDN. We're going to be shooting a range of different flips and different movement, and yeah, we're going to really put you guys to the test in terms of timing, anticipating really fast-moving kind of motion, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Nice. That was neat. So as you can see, they're quite fast as well, so you're gonna have to really use your settings to the best of its ability to try and keep up with this movement.
I've never shot anybody doing any kind of movement sport or activity before, so this is all new to me.
Things to consider. First thing, keep your shutter speeds as high as you can. Try and keep the ISO as low as you can, and keep a close eye on what they're doing as well. That's the main thing, because that's how you get a good grasp of timing. And yeah, just experiment and go crazy.
You've got to be pretty quick on your feet.
Ah, shaky.
Because there's some fast moves here, so you just got to be eagle-eye in every movement.
Struggling. It's too dark. I can't pump my ISO up anymore, otherwise it gets grainy. I want to create a bit of a early 2000s skater feel, like home video. So even though it's dark, even though it's a bit grainy, that's probably the edit I would go for anyway.
So how do you get like a fast shutter speed and not make it dark?
So what's your aperture on?
My aperture's on, oh, sorry. See, this is how good I am at this.
Oh, 3.5. Yeah. So you're gonna ramp that all the way down?
All the way down.
So I'm gonna change the ISO.
I mean, no one likes lying here and doing this, but if it means getting a good shot, then, you know, it's kind of what you've got to do, I think. Yeah, can we do some more flips? Just we only got 5 minutes to get the rest of this stuff.
Nice. Loving this, love the low light. As a wildlife photographer, I'm so used to working in low light. My camera is designed to work in these conditions. Possible to do that again? Yeah, please. I'm very technically minded, so my shutter speed is around about 250th. And I'm freezing most of the movement from these excellent parkour guys. Oh man, this is so cool. They're not choreographed, it's not scripted. They make all these different, almost balletic moves that they're doing at the moment around us.
Your ISO and your shutter speed and your f-stop, those are your friends. I mean, that one is actually not that bad, though.
That's a prime example of the kind of timing that I would even go for that kind of shot.
The low light is a bit of a challenge, so I'm kind of maxing out my camera to see if I can actually get a shot worth keeping. These guys can do some amazing moves. I could never do anything like that. I mean, back flips, front flips, side flips, you name it. I can do a few body popper moves.
Everything's stacked against me. Just everything from the setting to the movement, and on top of having a camera that doesn't deal well with that. I'm a bit goosed.
After taking your advice, I'm managing to capture some good ones now.
Oh, that's so sick.
There was so much going on, you had to be really quick with your camera, because if you're not quick, you're going to miss a bunch of shots. These flips last seconds.
I feel like I'll just have to bump the ISO up, and if it's going to be grainy, then I'll come up with an artsy explanation.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Hello, photographers.
Hello.
It's time to take a look at your sports challenge. Let's have a look through the pictures. Tyrone.
At first, I tried to use the natural light in there, but I was struggling quite a bit, so I used my flash.
This sport is it looks easy, but it's very hard. I did a little bit myself back in the day, but I think we're not seeing the energy that you get from the sport, that goes into doing these stunts in the images, because they look a little bit flat.
Jackson, I love the composition on your pictures. I'm not sure they're sport photography, but they're really beautiful pictures. Ellen?
They remind me a lot of kind of 90s skater photography.
Yes.
Like, I could see where you're going. Yeah. That's available light, it's capturing action, but it's also being really natural.
Nice, thank you. I'm glad you've seen that as well, because that's what I was sort of wanting to go for.
Ali?
I definitely struggled, and that's not to say I didn't enjoy it, because it was brilliant.
Explain what you did technically.
Right, well, because it was so dark, I was just basically trying to make it light so I could catch something. So I did ask about my shutter speed because I think I had it too low.
Ali, you're so funny. You take really great pictures, but then you're like, I just kind of fluked it. I mean, it'd be great if you said, oh no, this was totally intentional, but I love your honesty. But instinctively, that's a fantastic shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, thanks.
In terms of just framing, that's incredible. And that's what changes it from being a sports photograph to something you can see in a gallery or you can see in an art magazine.
Who's next? Georgie?
Yeah, I'm pleased with the way they come out. I've got the light and shadow.
I personally like them. Manny, what do you?
I really like them because you've used the angles.
It feels like one of your pictures.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I quite like.
And they're quite raw, which again goes back to that whole 90s skater aesthetic.
The movement you get in, the way the eye is drawn, so you go to the center and then you're directing us to look around. And that is how human beings have always wanted to look at things.
I look at it and I'm like, it's quite biblical.
Yeah.
It's good, really well done.
Thank you.
Chelsea.
The lighting from that point of view is what I really loved, but I missed it just a second. And I was just like, ugh, which literally frustrated me because I was like, it was a perfect shot, but I just missed it.
I really like that one.
You like it?
Yeah. I like the fact that people are in the front. It makes it different.
Okay.
Paul? How did you get them so bright compared to everyone else? Let's talk about that.
I've ramped up the camera to 4,000 ISO.
It's like a ballet dancer, that one, isn't it?
What's interesting about you is you make incredibly commercial images. You could be selling me those trainers.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, definitely, if that was me and my friends, we commissioned you to come and shoot us like that, I'd definitely want you back. These are really great.
Pleased with that because it's me at my sort of technical best, pushing the camera quite hard, working within just right within its boundaries of what it can cope with.
Ellen got what I wanted from it straight away, that 90s, early 2000s skater sort of vibe, and the overall reception was quite positive, which I was happy with, to say the least.
This next assignment is all about photography that sells a brand. Each of you is going to manage and deliver a new photographic campaign for a passionate and independent entrepreneur. I want you to take their brief, develop and create a pitch, manage their expectations, and ultimately shoot a single image for them that delivers on the brief. You're a one-stop shop, the agency, creative director, account handler, graphic designer, and of course, photographer. I'm really looking forward to this assignment. In my own career, I have created campaigns for loads of brands, so I know exactly what it takes. Good luck, and once again, do not let me down.
I don't really know what to think just yet. It's just going to depend what brand it is, and then I'll start worrying.
You need to find out what the brand is, and then just do a lot of research into it.
Yeah.
It's most likely up-and-coming brand that you don't really know about that need that platform.
Niche stuff, sort of artisan maybe, type thing. Chocolate.
Or pets, pet store, like chihuahuas.
Really? Chihuahuas. I think you're out there with that one.
The photographers will work alone and will be judged on the quality of the single shot they offer up as their brand image.
Hi.
Hello.
Jackson and Paul will be shooting for a cactus emporium run by owner Janelle.
I'm Paul.
I think the main thing with me is that it's just very clean, something bold, and like the message is there.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, nice to meet you both.
Ty and George's client is Will, whose brand specialises in sustainable vegan apparel.
Yeah, let me tell you, I can be really uncreative, but when I see something, I can get quite opinionated about it as well.
That's good.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Ali and Chelsea's client is an e-bike company, and they'll work with UK operations manager Lee.
And the challenge for you guys is to do something that avoids the cliche bicycle cyclist kind of image. So I think, focusing on the bike itself rather than the bike and the rider.
I'm excited to see it through somebody else's eyes and another viewpoint.
What I've always tried to achieve is to kind of just fit in with what other brands are. I don't want to look different because we're vegan.
It's about style and practicality, and as much as any other vegan.
But yeah, look forward to you popping into the store and checking out the bikes in person.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, quite stoked with this. Hopefully we can deliver. I'm going to try my best.
Hello, photographers.
Hi, Rankin.
This is Sarah Williams, and she's an art buyer and a curator. Art buyers are the people that choose photographers to present to brands and creative directors and agencies, so she can actually get you work. Proper work.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys have all put together. It would be really interesting to see what you've taken from the brand, how you've absorbed the brief, and how you're actually going to take what you've presented and turn it into a reality.
Paul, you're up first.
Okay. Today I'm going to be looking for how they're going to be tackling the details of the brief, how they're going to bring their ideas they propose to the client into real life.
Pretty much on top of what I can be on top of. The stuff that's out of my control is out of my control. So what I came up with eventually was a strapline called Plants, full stop, and then For Life, full stop. A juxtaposition of dead flowers and this really fresh, healthy, succulent. And that dichotomy of you buy somebody flowers, 5 or 6 days later, they're dead. Or you get somebody a cactus that's going to live 30, 40, maybe even 50 years.
Have you done any sketches, or have you put together sort of any visuals of how you think it's actually going to look?
I'm quite a visual person. I've got that picture in my mind. I want to speak with the client this afternoon just to confirm it with her that she's happy with the vision that I've got at the moment.
It's a great idea. Slightly worried that you're taking a negative and a positive and putting them together. Where you position the cactus and how you light the cactus has to enhance the cactus.
Yeah, thank you both. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. Good luck.
Hello.
Hello, Jackson.
I think you'll like the idea. It's not too artsy. I'm trying to stick to the brief and what she wants, but giving it a little bit of flair at the same time. What I'm picturing is somebody living by themselves in a nice studio apartment. So it might be an office desk. So I'm going to try and get a few bits and pieces and bring it together and create a scene out of it.
And have you thought about styling at all? Because the kind of desk you get in and, the kind of pot it's in, all that kind of stuff. Have you thought through where that's going to come from?
Props that I'll get in, notepads, pens. I'm going to keep that all just black, white, sort of modern.
I would make sure that
Yeah,
you're
of
crystal
course.
clear with her exactly what she wants.
Yeah.
And trust me, that goes wrong a lot. People walk in and go, what's this? Hello, Georgie.
Hi, Rankin. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Sarah. What I want to put across is kind of quite simple, classic my kind of style.
So do you know what products you have to work with?
His biodegradable trainers and his beautiful vegan leather jackets.
Are there models involved, or is this a pure product shoot?
Yep, Will did want a model involved, which was great, and actually only really a couple of elements in the shot. So in my head, it's going to be really quite clear. And Will was quite free to let us have a bit of, creative free rein with that.
It sounds to me like Will is very laid back and very kind of easygoing.
Yep. Super, super important that he is 100% on board with every single thing you plan to do.
Laid back clients are the worst clients because they're the ones that can turn on a penny and go, "Nuff, don't like it." Especially entrepreneurs that own their own business. Good luck.
Thanks.
Don't disappoint me.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
I mean, honestly, every red flag went off for me there.
100%.
Hello.
Tyrone.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
I've never been in this situation where I've pitched an idea to a client and he's had all the experience in the world, so it'll be good to feed off what he has to say. So originally my idea was to incorporate a model, having them sort of, sounds a bit crazy, well not crazy, but them lying down with their feet propped up, wearing the shoes with another pair of shoes on top with this like background cityscape.
Is it one shot he wants, just one image?
One image.
Yeah.
He's quite open to all different ideas.
Is he gonna be with you on the shoot?
He wants to be with us, on the shoot.
I think you want to really drill down every single point of this shoot with him.
What I think you need to do, and I think it's really important that you do this, is what do you think he should get out of it, and then sell that back to him because he's not giving you direction on what he wants.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Hello, Ali.
Hello. I am finding it a little bit daunting, to be honest, out of everything I've done so far. You know, they're quite a big company. They're all over the world, and they've got some amazing, advertisement already. I think my main aim is to get a really cool-looking backdrop, perhaps a few iconic buildings in it, getting some really cool reflections. But I like the idea of trying to do like a motion blur. So it's not something I've done before. So perhaps have bike, a cool backdrop, and then get people in the background, but as a blur.
So you're going to be learning on the job.
Yeah.
I certainly am.
That is,
That's the most dangerous place to be,
I
really.
know.
I don't think you can put yourself in that, but you have to really read up about how to do these things.
Yes, it's all an experiment to me.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hello.
Hey.
I got this. This is my element. Brandon, come on, fashion. Have you seen this face? I ain't gonna let myself down. Because the theme is ride into the future, the idea that I have in mind is to have the bike, but have a model or two models in a morphing suit, so you don't really know the identity. And so it means that the bike is open to anyone.
Chelsea, think just for you, morph suits it's interesting, but have a backup plan.
Yeah, okay.
I agree.
Just have a backup plan.
Will do. Thank
Good
you.
luck.
I love her.
Morph suits. My brain wouldn't have gone there talking about bikes, but
Future.
I think there's a lot of moving parts to this, and I'm very interested to see how it turns out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so cool.
I just want to see the clothes.
Hey. Hi. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
All the equipment.
Yeah. Oh, look at these.
For me, it's really important that Jackson and Paul get this right because I am a control freak and mostly everything I've done is me shooting it. So the brand identity is very strong and that's what makes me stand out from others.
Hi.
Hiya.
How you doing?
How you guys doing?
Oh, good, thanks.
Cool, so do you know how much you've got left to sort out until tomorrow?
So far, I've got the camera sorted. It's just the lights that I need to get as soon as possible and booking the model. And then on top of that, getting the morphing suits after that, then all is done.
You know, I was thinking solid blacks and whites when it comes to notepads and pens for that office sort of scene. Is that sort of what we're looking for?
Well, I love monochrome because all my branding is mostly monochrome, so that works for me.
Would you be interested in involving text in there in any sort of shape or form?
On social media, you usually want to have your logo in there somewhere, so to have space for it to maybe go in the top corner or something like that.
Right, thanks very much.
I like reflections, so a reflective building, kind of modern, futuristic looking building would be good.
Yeah.
These are all things I've got to go and find.
Yeah, it seems
That
like there's a
sounds
lot
good.
of still up in the air or dependent on...
I need to go look.
Yeah.
Italian vegan leather, super soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was just launched last week.
Literally last week.
I know we talked on the phone the other day, and you were saying you was willing to assist me.
Yeah. That was a really fun idea. I quite like
Yeah?
it. I hope it still works for you.
I was thinking maybe I want to get your shoes like in the air, so if you like undo the laces, if you like to chuck your trainers in the air, obviously because I love these.
And you untuck the laces, and they're kind of like free fall.
You know, having now seen the product and seeing the boxes, and obviously.
I'm hoping you'll feel inspired.
Yes.
When the model puts on the
Yeah,
jacket, you see the shoes, and you're there, and you think, okay, we can do this with this, we can do this with this.
I think it's going to be good.
My name is Chelsea, and I'm just calling to find out if you have any black morph suits that are for a male figure.
No, there's no more left in stock, I'm afraid.
Okay, all right. No worries. Thank you so much.
About that.
That's okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Damn it. Damn. Oh my gosh. Now what am I gonna do?
A large part of it is location, and I'm under pressure to find something in this huge place with not a lot of time.
I might have to change my idea or try and find an alternative that still fits the theme, but damn it. I should have done this quicker.
Most clients are complicated. They're difficult creatures. They are people that you have to try and work out and find ways of getting them to be on your side. If you can't get a client on your side, you're done.
That's not working at all. Oh God, I've just got the shakes. I'm trying to do an effect where it makes a blurring motion, but because I've never done it before, I'm kind of experimenting, but at the moment it's not working at all. That was quite good.
Yeah, you've got the bus in the background right now.
Yeah. I've managed to get some cool blurs.
I think she's got a pretty strong idea. She's sticking to her guns. She's staying to the brief as well, which was the reflections. And she's found a good spot for that to happen with the light kind of coming from all of the billboards. Yeah, it's interesting.
Right, I'm going to get the next bus and then, yeah, call it a day, I think. It could have gone a lot worse. I've got the kind of effect I want. I'm hopeful I can get something out of it, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Cool.
All right, well, let's get out of this rain.
Yeah, let's do it. It's good to push yourself outside your comfort zone. And I learnt new skills. That is exactly what I wanted to do. So, yeah, I'm happy. Yay.
You put your hand on your lap. Ash, no, just, yeah.
That's wicked. Yeah.
I think Will's going to be raring to go with this one and looking forward to his input on it.
Can you do the zips up on the jacket as well? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to be really critical of the detail.
We'll do that.
Hey, if you want them open, leave them open.
No, it's probably not my forte. Being directorial and in the mix, I sort of get a bit lost in the actual picture taking. No, that's really, really nice.
Will, any notes?
Just keep on like this for now. I think you definitely like feeling the shots, and I think you're gonna get some nice shots out of this. But I think it's nice to like mix it up.
I don't want it to be static, so you know we need to. So we can do some without the box. We could just do straight with just with her. Maybe turn the other way. Is that going to work?
Well.
Okay. Oh my goodness me, I'm sweating. We done?
You've got loads of really cool shots with different looks. There's definitely some really good photos there.
I think, George, you've done really well.
Oh,
I think you've got an amazing model.
Yeah.
I think you've surprised Will.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. You've done good.
Yeah, thank you. I think overall there's definitely a nice amount of shots there. Yeah, look at the flowers.
I don't do studio, I don't do flash, I don't do still lives. This is a really, really tough one for me. I think it's gone okay.
Hey Paul, so gonna show me what you've got?
Yes, I will.
Are you happy with it, Paul?
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm happy with the concept, so that's one of the first images I've taken.
In my head, I think when you did say it and you took both cacti, I was expecting the cacti living in the middle and then like the dying flowers around.
I thought you were going to do them like that.
I never saw that image as fitting with the brief at all.
I think that the interesting thing here, or maybe the lesson here, is communication. About you explained what you wanted to do, and the client heard that, but you had two different visions of what that was actually going to look like.
I think that Paul, unfortunately, has disconnected his idea in the shot. So if you've got two things that are that far apart, there's no connection between them, unless he's going to just strap line between the two.
Okay. The thing is, if you get on your knees then, because I need to be on a certain level. 3, 2, 1, go. Look, we've definitely got something there. High. There. Yeah, that's cool. With the other shoots, we've been limited to like 20 minutes, half an hour, but this is probably the biggest time frame we've had. Stay there. And having this much time, it's like, wow, we've got this time to explore all these different ideas. Bit different, but why not try an idea, eh?
Just slowly, like, step out. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so if you stand down. Whoa!
We've got a few muddy trainers, a few write-offs, but it's good.
Yeah, I love so.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
Now pick up the bag again. And now walk off, yeah, that's fine. The first 10, 20 minutes, I got my ideas executed, and I just realised I had all this time to play around with, so we've just been kind of experimenting with different ideas.
Nice.
How's it for you, Will?
I think we're having good fun. We got one shot that we both really believe in, that we got completely by fluke.
Bouncing off your ideas, we've kind of created this middle ground, which has been quite nice. Even though you might think my shots are a bit weird with your feet on the graffiti
Some of
walls
them are
and stuff,
definitely
yeah.
weird, but it's okay.
But yeah, weird's good sometimes.
I was just saying, I'm probably going to ask you for
I
those
think that's really
shots.
good, you know. I think your job really is to push the client a little bit further than they would normally go.
Yeah, he did
and
that.
the ideas should go a little bit further, and then, you know, then you can rein it back, but you kind of want to push it further.
I've been pushy and Ty's been pushy.
Yeah, that's great. This is a really nice kind of client-photographer ideal working relationship, I would say.
Great, well, we'll leave you to it.
Yeah, sounds awesome. Well, keep going, yeah.
Keep going.
Let's do it. Go to pick up the bag. Yep, that's it. And walk away slowly this way.
What I love about Ty is that he just gets into it. Like, so his energy is so, he's quite a calm guy. He feels, when you're talking to him, he's like not making anyone panic, or he's like, oh, I've got it, don't worry. But that confidence that he brings to it, Will is buzzing. Will's like, I did this great shot, and like, he just got it. And he goes, it was really lucky. And I'm like, no, there's no luck. There's no luck in photography. There's no luck.
That was meant to be.
That was meant to be.
No, I think they're a good combination.
Yeah.
And also, you know, Ty's taken some risks.
It's good.
And it's paid off.
It's good. It's good. I'm hoping the picture's going to be as good as the vibe.
Yeah, I'm excited.
A little bit like psychology. It's like you've got to work out the best way to get the best out of the client, because that makes the shoot easier.
All right.
How's it all going?
Good. I'm happy with this window, actually.
Okay.
I didn't think I was going to get a window like this, but it's pretty deep.
You spoke about props.
Yeah.
Do you have anything extra?
What I'm going to do is set up the laptop and just having it next and getting quite... So it's almost like you're sitting at your desk.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Hi.
How's it going?
Hey.
Going good.
Yeah?
Just setting up things now. Going to try out a few different things.
And how are you feeling about it?
At the moment, it looks very ordinary, so I'm just looking to see how you're going to make it kind of stand out.
Yeah.
So something that's an aspirational image that you'll like see it and be like, oh, I want my home to look the same.
You've got to now make this aspirational. That's
Of
what
course,
she's
yeah,
I'm cutting.
but-
She's being polite with you.
If someone sees a nice notebook and sees a lovely pen, they'll be like, oh, wish I had something like that. Oh,
Yeah.
I can see, actually, that's what I want my little desk set up to be.
I would start again. Like, I don't even know if you should go with that window. Like,
I think because when it is lifestyle, you kind of want it all to be quite high level.
I think you should listen to Janelle and raise your game. It's time to raise your game.
There's an art shop in the middle of Soho. You can go there and get something.
Yeah, I would get out and get some better
100%.
props.
Okay, let's do it. I'm going to go for a nice black notepad. some nicer pens, and I'm gonna just see if there's any other arts and crafts sort of desk work stuff. But again, is that what Rankin wants? I don't know.
You got to let that stuff wash over you. If you get any criticism, trust me, on a set, I get loads of criticism, and I let it just wash over me. It's like I'm the sand, and they're the water, and it's like that's the only way to go. And if you let those things affect you, then you mess it up.
So I'm getting these for props for a photography thing. Right, cheers. It's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster, to be honest. It's up and down. I'm just trying to make the best out of a bad situation at the moment. It's just all a learning curve at the end of the day. You know, I've learned a lot and about how to approach a client and how to execute it. So I'm just going to take this one on the chin. At least make it look good, and then anything more is a bit of a bonus.
I explained to him the original idea that we had, and that went sideways. So I've told him the new one that I'm gonna try and shoot the model outside, like riding a bike. Oh, there he is. I'm not gonna like worry about it too much. I'm just gonna try and deliver the concepts that I've put in my mind and what I want to do.
All right, so this is how you start, so I believe. Okay, that's not how you start, that's the horn. I mean, it is a bit nerve-wracking because you're trying to deliver exactly what he wants and what he needs, and like trying to get that in such a short period is a bit difficult, but I'm just gonna do my best.
Yeah, you really want it to stand out against the background. She might be struggling a little bit.
If you just ride this way, I'll be standing there.
She doesn't have the location set. She's kind of playing it by ear.
Oh man, this is not easy.
Where we were with that modern building was a good spot, I think. Like
okay.
Just at the back of Chinatown.
Okay, we'll just go back. I don't know, I'm just gonna go back. Okay, so what do you want me to do?
You're the photographer, you should be telling me.
Okay, that's true.
Hi guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Come for a little check-in, see how you're doing.
Doing horribly wrong.
Okay, talk us through it.
The suits were out of stock, so I had to think of a new idea what to do.
Hang on a minute, Lee, what's your take on the situation?
Yeah, the plans have changed, and just seeing how Chelsea's adapted to the situation and the different location. It's been interesting. She doesn't seem as confident as I would like someone shooting the product to be for me. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping that she pulls something out of the bag.
I don't know what's the problem. You got a great bike, you got a great model, he looks great. I don't know if you styled him, but the styling is perfect for this bike, I would say. Get shooting.
You need it to be London, you got the cabs, you got the amazing model, beautiful bike.
Shoot the shit out of it, I'd say.
I think you could nail this, really.
Okay, all right.
Get low, look up.
Shoot up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay, let's do this again.
Yeah.
Yes. Why did I not think of that? I am true. Oh my gosh, I get into. Okay, again.
Chelsea is always somebody who's got very interesting ideas. Unfortunately, she's having to roll with a lot of punches today. She's got a great model. He looks, to me, like he should be riding that bike. The elements are there. She just needs to be confident enough to put them together to get something that he'll walk away and say, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, photographers. Hello. We've spoken to all of the entrepreneurs about your work, and we've got very interesting feedback from each of them. But let's have a look at how you got on. Chelsea, tell us how it went.
I think if I thought about it a little bit carefully and like did more research and like getting the morphing suit before just to double check, then everything would have went right.
I think Lee, his kind of thoughts were that this didn't quite go with what you had said you were initially going to do.
This is the ones that I haven't really like touched upon yet because I wasn't really feeling the whole shoot in general. When I was looking back at the images, I was trying to find like one that stood out
So
to
you
me.
kind of given up on it?
Honestly, yeah.
If you did post-production on it, you could have at least tried and made the effort to. And I think giving up isn't really what we're allowed to do. It's not even an option, I'm afraid. Paul, Janelle was very complimentary about you, Paul. Okay. In terms of preparation, she said that she couldn't have felt more communicated to you, but the problem was that you, in the end, did something very different to what she thought you were going to do. What you were seeing in your head and what she was seeing in her head, two entirely different things.
This is the learning process, isn't it? That won't happen again. That will never happen again.
Georgie.
How did you feel this went?
It went better than I was expecting, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I was expecting.
When we spoke to Will, he did have a few things that he wasn't quite happy about. I think he was a bit worried about some of the details that maybe should have been picked up.
Yep.
I think that Will is very difficult as a client because he's very emotional about what he likes, but he's not quite sure about how to always communicate that. They're the hardest people sometimes to work for, but in a lot of ways, they're also the best people to work for because you can really advise them on what you think is best. We personally feel that this shot is a really good shot, but he doesn't feel like it's on brand. So when you make decisions on what you like, you have to also bring him on the journey, and you can't just drop the mic on him and go, hey, this is what you're getting.
Thank you.
Well done. Thank you. Ali.
So, Ali, tell us about this shot.
I love the idea of getting the motion blur effect. I basically got there, put the filter on, and I was thinking, I hope this works. Tried it and it didn't work. I did have a bit of a panic, but I thought, take a deep breath, put it on a tripod, try again. And I was relieved when it started to work. So, but thank goodness for London buses, because they were my saviour.
I don't know, what is it with you? You always played everything down. It's like, it's a really exceptional shot.
Really? Yeah, no, it's a great shot. I think you've done super well, I have to say. And the bike looks great. It's definitely London.
The motion blur is perfect. The bike's not quite sharp. But what fascinates me about you, Ali, is that like, you read about it, you worked it out, you did it. It's not perfect, but it's brilliant. So he would buy your picture. He was a bit hesitant in my negotiations. He went for about 200, and that means that you are a commercial photographer.
Crazy.
Well done.
Thank you.
Jackson.
How did you feel like it went?
I think out of everything that I've done, it was the most disappointing on most areas. So,
fair.
It's one where I'm like, I'll hold my hands up and be like, didn't go to plan.
I think she wanted something that was quite aspirational, and I don't know, there's not a lot that I would say is hugely aspirational. It's a nice image, but I think communication, again, with her was just not quite there.
Yeah, I understand that. Looking back now, I would execute it completely differently, from start to finish.
What I love about you, Jackson, is you wear your heart on your sleeve very much. Like, you're honest, you're straight up. I personally really like that, but with clients, you have to dance the dance a little bit.
Right.
And I feel like you kind of gave up a little bit on this one because of all of the problems, and she could tell that. That's a good photograph, it's just not the photograph for her. Tyrone, how did you think it went?
Overall, I think it went well. We started off with a few different ideas, and that was the one I liked and he liked.
He is undecided about this specific shot, but he knows for a fact there are other shots in there that he really likes. When I said, would you buy them? He said yes. And he would give you 500 quid for 20 shots.
I need it right now, so that would be good.
So you've done it. You've got the client to buy something, which means that you've succeeded. Personally, I wouldn't have sent him that shot.
There's another one here, which
To me, that's a much more successful shot.
I think that is a lot cleaner, and I think almost having his face in there is almost a bit of a distraction, and this, it's like you can't look at anything but the shoes.
Well done.
Cheers. Thank you. Overall, I think it went well. The client liked the image, which is great.
I've never sold anything, never even thought about selling anything before, so yeah, another first time for something.
Out of all of them, that was my worst one, so I can accept that.
To give Jackson his due, he put his hands up and said, I just wasn't, you know, I didn't do it properly. And that was the first time I'm like, whoa, you've switched, Jackson. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Now we're getting some clear, outstanding images. People are starting to shine and impress me, but there's still potential for everyone to come through. So, having reviewed all of the work that I've seen from the last few assignments, these are my favourites. From Flowers, Georgie. Fab. Banksy, brilliant. From Sports, Paul. See it in a magazine, totally nailed it.
Thank you.
And then, last but not least, from Brands, Ali. Instagram would love this picture. I mean, you would get a lot of love. And Tyrone. You nailed it because he would have given you 500 quid. And sorry, but in Brands, if you get the money, you win the prize. So, Ty, you won the prize.
Ka-ching.
However, what I would say is you're all developing very, very fast. And I think all of you have got great pictures in the set. And I'd like to say well done to you four. Go on.
You're gonna look at something upside down and backwards.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I like that. Okay, perfect.
Have a look at my camera.
Where are you in that? You're not there. All judges agree on this decision.